So this is basically my setup here, and I got the pot, the kettle, and I installed the gauges. This is a gauge from More Beer, and as you can see, and the reason I went with that gauge is because their gauges are actually made by True, and what I really like about True is that they're made in the United States. And I got the valve installed. Excuse me, yeah, the valve. And you know what, back to this gauge real quick. This is a 2.5 inch probe, and I was concerned, I'm doing brew in a bag, and I was concerned that if I had a gauge or a probe that stuck out into the pot really far, that it would snag the bag. So after some measurements and trial and error, I got a street nipple, 1/2 inch street nipple, coupling, and then threaded the gauge directly into it. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but the probe is flush with the pot, so I won't have to worry about snagging the brew bag. And that should work out pretty well. I'm extremely pleased with this pot. I mentioned this in a video before, but look at those beautiful welds. Look at that. We're going to put them to the test too, because I think I over-tightened this valve when I installed it. And it's going to put some tension on that when I take it off, when I loosen it. So we're going to see how it goes. So I got that. This propane tank here, a buddy of mine had it out in his garage, probably been out there for 10 years, completely full, but it was the old style. I can't remember now what it's called, the thread style, but I had to get an adapter to go from internal threads to external threads, but it worked out pretty well. This burner is a BG, what do they call it, BG55, I believe. It's a freaking pretty big burner. I'm not going to pull that pot off of there to show you, but it's a good sized burner. It should heat the water up really quick. This is what I've been working on. One of the major things I've been working on is a counterflow chiller. I didn't want to spend the money for somebody else to build it when I could easily do it. But what I got here is a piece of 1/2 inch outside diameter, 3/8 inside diameter copper run inside this 20-foot length of 3/4 inch inside diameter garden hose. And the copper runs through this tee, through this bushing, and through this compression adapter, and then to this shark bite adapter, and then to a male 1/2 inch adapter, and then to this quick connect male fitting. A lot of stuff there, but anyway, how this works is, I mean, if you're a brewer, you know this, but you probably know this, but the wort will come out of the pot. It'll go into this side, and I got to figure out which side will work better. But anyway, I'm thinking it goes into this side, and it will flow. Yep, it'll flow down, and it'll flow back out of here, out of the copper. Now, it'll flow out of the copper through this hose into the pump, out of the pump, and then it's going to go into this contraption that I made. Never mind the massive gauge that's on this thing. But there's a quick connect fitting down there. It'll attach to this. It'll pump out of the end of the pump and up through this, and then discharge back into the pot while aerating. And I'll be able to measure the delta T, or the temperature differential, between this gauge, which is the temperature of the wort, and then after it comes out of the chiller, through this gauge, this massive 6-inch faced True gauge. Once I put a smaller gauge on it, that thing's not going to be flopping around like that. But that's what I got. Now, the last thing, I made this last night, which again I'm proud of, is I made this jacket for the kettle. And you know, obviously that's the lid, and there's a hole there that you can put that over top of the kettle lid, and then you have a port. You got a cutout, one for the valve and one for the thermometer. But what I like about this, I'm glad I took the time to do. Sorry for how close it is. I can't hold the phone far out of the way. So But I put Velcro on this thing so that I can actually wrap it and layer it around. And it'll slide over the handles too. And I'll use that for my infusion or conversion stage. But anyway, I wanted to give you an update on where I'm at. I'm getting ready to do a test out on everything, but I'll make a separate video to cover that. Thanks for watching.